Good morning, everyone. It is my indeed pleasure to welcome you all for today's webinar on AI visual inspections towards smart manufacturing. You know that the technology has become a cornerstone of modern industries, and today we will be dive into how AI-powered visual inspection can streamline a manufacturing process, reduce inefficiencies, and optimize a quality control to help you to achieve a cost-effective and future-ready operations. Before we begin, allow me to introduce myself and my esteemed colleague who will be sharing the expertise with you all. I am Praveen Shanoy, Country Manager at Opsio. My mission is to help businesses to embrace innovation technologies that drive impactful changes and accelerate the growth of your businesses. To maximize the impact of this presentation, my colleague, Navya Matthew, Business Development Lead, will be joining us. With extensive experience in understanding the industry need, she has been instrumental in building this strategic partnership across businesses of all the sizes. So her deep expertise in AI ML enable her to deliver a customized solution that enhance operational efficiency. Thank you, Navya, for being a part of this session. By end of this session, we hope you will gain a valuable knowledge and actionable strategies to seamless integration of AI-driven solution into your operation and unlock measurable improvements. Once again, thank you for all for joining on time, and we are excited to embark on this journey together and help you to discover a true potential of visual inspection at smart manufacturing. So let's take a look of today's agenda. We will begin by introducing Opsio, who we are, what we do, and how we help businesses to innovate in smarter and faster way. Next, we will explore the smart production roadmap, then how visual inspection help you from the manual to automated process, followed by the cost customer case studies. Finally, we will discuss how Opsio can support you with a tailor-made solution and proof of concept initiatives to overcome the challenges and achieve a successful implementation. So moving to next about Opsio. We are a sustainable innovation partner. Our focus is to facilitate a significant innovation and cutting-edge technologies into your ecosystem and relieve you from your operational burden so that you can focus on your business goals. We take your IT operations on our shoulders and drive you towards the successful implementation and manage them with a top-notch quality of services. Currently, we've been operated in two regions, our headquarters in Sweden, Karlstad, and our regional offices in Bangalore, India. Both locations are equally equipped with similar headcounts and technologies, serving the need of our respective regions. Under the Make in India initiative, we undertake a global project and deliver a top-notch solution from our Bangalore office. As you know, certification is very crucial for expertise, and we take a pride of having more than 100 plus certification in-house. To further support our capabilities, we are an advanced partner with a leading expertise in working with AWS, Azure, and GCP. Additionally, we have a significant expertise closely working on premises and VMware, as many of our clients rely on on-premises setups. We have completed more than 3,000 projects across the globe, and we maintain a customer satisfaction rate by 99.5%. And below are the key customers from the various sectors, showcasing a sector-agnostic solution that cater a wide range of businesses and industries. Let's learn how manufacturing trends look these days. AI adoption is revolutionizing in Indian manufacturing without any doubt. Over the past 2 years, this adoption has grown by 20%. As per the recent study stated that with 54% of the companies has already using these services and their operations. The shift is accelerated by 2025, where 40% of the manufacturing expenditure will go digital technologies, which we have seen double than 2021. As you know, The competitors are already scaling with AI. Now it's time to act, innovate, and lead, right? So, together with Opsio, we can dive the Industry 4.0 transformations and unlock incredible opportunities for your growth and success. So, let me take through how the companies have started discussing with Opsio recently. With the support of Swedish embassy called Business Sweden, we had an opportunity to engaging in meaningful discussion with several companies that are advancing rapidly in their adoption of AI/ML technologies. While I won't name these organizations, you can see easily identifying their logos. They are the giants in their respective sectors and play a significant role in contributing the Indian economy. So these companies span diverse sectors such as here you can see a steel, paper, hospitality, even in neighbor government as well. In the next slide, where you can see a wide range of industries like retail, e-commerce, manufacturing, energy, so on and so forth, all are making a significant stride in AIML. Their progress is setting a benchmark, proven the digital transformation isn't just an advantageous but also inevitable step towards a greater efficiency and innovation. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up your shoes as we dive into the latest tools and visual inspection technology shaping the future of manufacturing 4.0. We all explore a key enablers, real world case studies, and cost consideration, along with other valuable insights to drive successful implementation. And now, let me take you through this excitement journey. I would like to invite my colleague Navya Matthew. Over to you, Navya.
Thank you so much, Pravina. And that was really an insightful introduction. Since the stage is set, you have heard, let's start with it then. So, you have heard the term smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0 before, but these aren't just buzzwords, they are game changers. So, fundamentally, they are reshaping the way factories are operating. So, and it's not just about visual inspection, it's a sweeping transformation, one that touches every aspect of manufacturing. So, the numbers that we are about to see would be telling a compelling story, one that highlights why automation and AI driven quality control aren't just innovations and they are necessities. So, industries across India, like automotive, electronics, pharmaceuticals, are already making the shift to stay ahead. And today, we are going to explore one critical part of this revolution, and that's AI powered visual inspection. Excited, right? Let's dive in. Some of you might remember the conversation from our last session where we touched on this topic, but let's break it down further, connecting it directly to your manufacturing challenges. So, look at the numbers in blue. These represent the estimated cost saving driven by smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0. And these aren't abstract figures, they reflect the real impact of AI, IoT, and ML in reducing the waste, minimizing defects, and boosting efficiency. So, take the automotive industry for example. Leading manufacturers in India are using AI driven inspection to detect micro defects in engine components, which are helping them preventing costly recalls. Let's take another industry in textiles. AI ensures the fabric consistency, reducing rejection rates significantly. So the potential is just enormous. But instead of just discussing the numbers, let's talk about the tangible benefits these technologies can bring to your production lines. And speaking of transformation, let's see what's driving this shift. So there are many driving factors, but here are some of the most critical ones where we'll see that several, perhaps even all, can be directly linked to today's specific topic, which is visual inspection. Interestingly, the most concrete factor happens to be at the top left, which is quality and precision. So, when we replace the manual inspection with AI, we eliminate this human error. Not only does this improve accuracy, but it also speeds up the inspection process and allowing productions to scale without compromising quality. So better quality means fewer defective products, fewer returns, and fewer disruptions. But that's not all. AI also generates valuable data. So, the data that helps optimize the production, improve the maintenance, and even predict the recurring issues. And then there's scalability. So once these are implemented, these systems can be expanded to just multiple production lines and all monitored from a central control station. But before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to compare this to traditional methods, or maybe how many of you are still relying on these manual inspections today. Well, let's take a look at how AI changes the game. Visual inspection has always been essential in manufacturing, but the moment we introduce artificial intelligence and automation, everything just changes. So instead of relying on human inspectors who can miss subtle defects due to fatigue or workload, just human beings being human, AI driven systems use machine learning and high speed cameras to analyze these products in real time. Let's dive deeper on how it works. First, the cameras capture the images of each product as it moves down the production line. And the AI models analyze these images, detecting the defects, missing components, or quality issues. And if a problem is found, then the operators would receive a real time feedback, which would allow them for immediate correction. Now, compare this to a manual inspection. We need a trained worker who might ensure the quality, but there's always human limitations like fatigue, distractions, even the time of the day can affect the consistency. Scaling up means hiring and training more inspectors and adding to the operational complexity. And when speed increases, the accuracy often takes a hit, letting the defective products slip through. Now, let's take a look at an example. An Indian auto parts supplier once relied entirely on manual inspections to detect the surface defects. But after switching to AI powered systems, the defects detection rate improved by 95%, while the inspection time was cut by half. So, this is why automation isn't about replacing people, it's about enabling faster, smarter, and more accurate decision making. So let's take this further and see how AI outperforms manual inspection in real numbers. So for complex, repetitive inspections, human error rates can be seen as high as 20 to 30%. And this only worsens under conditions like night shifts, where the fatigue takes a toll. High-speed production lines, where even a split-second lapse can let defective products pass through. An AI powered inspection, on the other hand, has an error rate as low as 0.01% to 5%. It's a staggering improvement, right? But beyond this accuracy, AI ensures consistency. Whether it be the first product or the 100th or 10,000th product, they are inspected under the same conditions. So the AI model learns and improves over time. So scaling is also easy, whether it's adding more lines or increasing the shifts or ramping up the production. Now let's move from theory to practice and how have real world manufacturers used AI powered visual inspection to transform their quality control. Let's find out. So every implementation of AI powered visual inspection is unique and tailored to specific needs of each manufacturing setup. However, the core components remain the same. So the process starts always with defining the problem statement. What exactly are we trying to detect, whether it's missing components, surface defects, incorrect assembly? And once this is clear, the next step is data collection, so which typically involves capturing high resolution images using a strategically placed camera. And next, the camera is triggered at a specific point in the production line. Just capturing these images that are then sent for analysis by an AI model. So this model would evaluate the images based on predefined quality parameters and then detecting defects in real time. So depending on the implementation, the defect reports can trigger immediate alerts, log the quality issues, or even halt production for correction. We will now deeper into in these different steps, exploring real-world examples and various solutions available at each stage. So let me walk you through this step by step. If you focus on this slide, on the left side, you will see a simplified flow of an AI-powered visual inspection system. So it starts with object detection. A product, let's take an example of a circuit board, which would be arriving on the conveyor belt. And then the product moves along this production line towards the inspection station. Then there will be camera capture. So at a defined point, a high-speed camera captures these images. This could be mounted on a fixed structure or even a robotic arm for more flexible setup. And then to improve the accuracy, the controlled lighting conditions ensure a consistent image quality. And then lastly, there is like AI powered analysis. So the captured images are processed instantly, identifying any defects or anomalies. And if a defect is detected, an alert is sent to the operator, just allowing for immediate corrective action. And guess what? On the right side of the slide, you see a dashboard for just for you as an example. So this allows the manufacturers to track quality trends, spot recurring issues, and optimize the production. What would be the results? Faster detection, higher quality, and significant cost savings. So now let's take a look at some real world examples. Let's take first automotive industry. So AI detects micro scratches in car paint, ensuring whether it be luxury brands or any commercial vehicles meet the stringent quality standards. In pharmaceuticals, AI inspects tablets for cracks or inconsistencies, which is preventing the defective medicines from reaching the market. And again, textiles, it identifies fabric defects, ensuring consistent quality in the exports. And not just in textiles or automobiles, there's in food and beverages. AI would verify proper bottling, preventing mislabeling, and even packaging errors. So, and this is just the beginning. Now, let's talk about what this means for your bottom line. So, the impact of AI powered visual inspection is just incredible. So, when it comes to the accuracy, AI systems achieve up to 99.9% accuracy, far surpassing human inspection. When it comes to efficiency, AI driven inspections can increase the production efficiency by up to 40%. And then cost savings. Manufacturers have reported savings between 25% and 50% after adopting this AI powered inspection. And industry specific results in automotive and electronics, the defect rates have dropped by 35%, while the productivity has increased by 20%. But beyond these numbers, AI's greatest advantage is its ability to analyze hundreds of defect points per product and ensuring precise real time decision making by the long term profitability. And speaking of real world impact, let's take a closer look at a practical example. So it's a very familiar example I would like all of you to focus on. It's a fruity carton with a straw. All of you must be aware of it. So imagine a conveyor belt carrying thousands of fruity cartons. And the goal would be to ensure that every single one has a properly attached straw. And here's how AI makes this happen. First, the carton moves along the conveyor, triggering a sensor that activates these cameras. So the camera then captures the images and sends them to the AI vision system. And then the AI model analyzes the image to check based on the predefined checklist is the straw present or is it positioned correctly? And if a straw is missing or misaligned, the system would alert the operator or remove the faulty product automatically. Now, just replace the straw with a micro component on a PCB or a tiny scratch on a luxury car's paint job, and you get the real power of AI in manufacturing. But before we dive into cost and real world implementations, let's quickly summarize why this matters. So let's wrap up the slide with a quick recap of why AI powered inspection is a game changer. The first is defect detection. It catches the defects before they reach the customers and reducing the returns and complaints. And then it's monitoring and critical areas. So identify and track recurring quality issues with data driven insights. Then spot the bottlenecks in production and improve the workflows, which is process optimization. And reduce reliance on manual checks, freeing up any of the resources for more better critical tasks. And also identifying the quality issues before even they escalate and generate real-time reports for continuous improvements. So that are the benefits or the real impact of visual inspection. But now that we understand the benefits, let's address the next big question. How much does it cost and is it worth it? So we believe in offering an end-to-end solution. So our pricing includes everything you need to get started with. Do not get afraid of these numbers that you see on the slide because we'll be providing you with full implementation, 24 by 7 SLA support and troubleshooting, proactive monitoring, and hardware is all included. And all of this starts from just 90,000. But a disclaimer, of course, every implementation is different, whether you need one camera or three, a fixed setup or a robotic arm. So these factors would definitely influence the pricing, but the ROI is just undeniable. When you compare this investment to the cost of defective products, reworks, and production delays, the savings would just speak for themselves. Now, I had promised some real world case studies. Let's switch to them. So here's a real case study from an automotive HVAC system manufacturer. So they needed to inspect 7 different products and product variants across 3 shifts. So previously, 2 manual inspectors checked for 30 quality points. But again, human error and fatigue, especially during the night shifts, led to inconsistent results. But with the AI powered solution, a robotic station with a camera mounted on a robotic arm captured high resolution images from multiple angles. Also, a rotating table allowed a full 360-degree inspection. So AI just instantly analyzed all these 30 quality points and flagged in defects in real time. So the impact of it was that defect rates dropped significantly across all the variants, and the manual inspectors were redeployed to higher value tasks. And the quality consistency improved day, whether it be day or night. And this is just one of many success stories. Let's take a look at another real world case. So this is another case where a bustling production floor, the machines running, workers focused, and shipments rolling out. But the goal was meeting 45,000 units per month with zero delays and zero defects. At first, this seemed impossible, but the manual inspection obviously slowed down the process, and a single missed defect meant costly rework, or worse, a customer return. So they just needed something better. And that's when the transformation began. By integrating an intelligent system, they automated what was once tedious and error prone. So instead of workers manually checking for issues, the system flagged defects instantly. And there was no more wasted time, no more costly errors. So with this shift, the labor wasn't reduced, it was just redeployed. So, what does it mean? Skilled workers were moved to higher value tasks, focusing on innovation rather than inspection. So, the production just ran seamlessly, meeting the ambitious 45,000 unit target without cutting any corners. And the impact of it, it wasn't just about cutting the cost, it was about unlocking a new potential. So, there was no more slowdowns, just a streamlined, optimized, and highly efficient production line. Now, you all might be curious about these numbers. So, numbers tell the story the best. 50 lakh 35,140 rupees was saved annually. But beyond these savings, this was about a transformation, about turning challenges into opportunities, and about future proofing manufacturing for a world that demands precision, speed, and excellence. So, this is what happens when technology meets ambition. And this is the future of manufacturing, I would say. So now for the next is a use case. Take a step back and we'll look at a bigger picture. So while we have focused on manufacturing, computer vision has so much more potential. What if I told you that the same technology is transforming the construction sites, warehouse, and infrastructure projects too? Let's just imagine, similar to what you see on the slide, a massive construction site buzzing with activity. There are workers everywhere, cranes lifting materials, trucks moving in and out. But keeping track of the materials, progress, and safety risks, that seems like a nightmare unless you have AI watching over it all. So the cameras and drones would scan the site in real time and detecting the cracks, misalignments, or safety hazards before they turn into costly problems. And then there's project tracking. AI would compare the actual progress versus the planned timeline, flagging delays before they become bottlenecks. And when it comes to material optimization, it ensures the materials are used efficiently, preventing waste and automatically reordering when the supplies run low. And obviously, when it comes to budget control, with AI analyzing the labor, materials, and timelines, the companies would prevent overspending and stay on track. And again, this is just the beginning. Whether it's a smart manufacturing or smart warehouses, automated inspections in the railways, or precision farming, AI powered vision is just reshaping the industries and bringing efficiency, accuracy, and cost savings like never before. So, the future of AI powered inspections, it's already here. One crucial point where I want to drive home here is that AI isn't about replacing humans, and I have been repeating this quite some time now. It's about empowering your organization, your team, and creating the right conditions to unlock a competitive advantage. So think back to the savings calculation for the Havak units. Sure, the savings in the labor cost was pretty modest, but where the real impact was felt was in the productivity gains and to a lesser extent in the savings on total labor. So the advantages of AI are just multidimensional and can take many forms. For example, you can deliver faster to your customers, improve the quality of your products or services, and enhance the overall customer's experience. But it's not just about the end customer. It can also have a profound effect on the internal operations, as it helps in streamlining the workflows. It also helps in optimizing the staffing, reduce the labor cost, and minimize any sort of downtime by predicting when the maintenance is needed. So ultimately, all of this would drive up the revenue and slashes any unnecessary costs. And the bottom line of all of this is it's all about creating those competitive advantages that will set you apart in the marketplace. So now that we have established that AI isn't here to replace humans, but to empower them, let's explore how this is already happening across various industries. So we have already seen quite a few range of applications, but let's push our thinking even further. Let's take a look at some powerful real world applications that are making a difference today. So revisiting the presence and orientation verification. Remember the straw on the fruity carton? So, well, the same concept applies to so many other things. If you focus on image one, look at the first image. Here, the inspection validates both the presence of the spring and ensures that the rubber ring is placed in the correct orientation. Whereas images 2 and 3, these images show how AI analyzes surface damage and detecting dents, scratches, or other defects that could affect a product's function or appearance. And the image 4, this one is quite fascinating. AI is analyzing a label on a round bottle moving at a high speed. Multiple cameras stitch these images together, creating a 360-degree view for a complete and precise assessment. And finally, image 5, we see an example of a high-speed product assembly verification. Even when dealing with complex objects made up of multiple smaller components, it's pretty easy for AI to detect all this. Pretty amazing, right? And that's how it is. But let's explore more everyday applications where AI is making the difference. And here it comes again. My favorite, checking the straw on a juice carton. A simple yet essential step to ensure product completeness. But AI doesn't stop there. It's transforming the quality control across all these industries. So the second image, if you see, it shows AI-powered cameras are verifying a condiment packaging. So this is ensuring that the proper alignment, presence, and an accurate labeling is done. So moving further, AI is checking the expiry dates on food packaging, which is a critical step in ensuring the food safety and regulatory compliance. The fourth image highlights the sealant inspection in industry components, which is ensuring that the applications are precise and preventing any sort of defects in electronics and automotive parts. Thus, AI plays a key role in verifying the expiry dates on desserts and food containers, so making sure that they reach the customers with accurate labeling. And another critical application would be contamination inspection. So this is detecting foreign particles in empty packaging before it's been filled. So this ensures that the quality control is right from the start. And finally, in the last image, AI is counting objects, like here, the water bottles. So to ensure the correct number of items are packed before the shipment, thus reducing the human errors in logistics. So, from simple presence checks to advanced defect detection, AI powered inspection is boosting precision, efficiency, and customer satisfaction. And it gets even more exciting as we move forward. So, let's keep going. AI isn't just about defect detection, I would say. It's about making an entire production line smarter. So if you see the top left image, here's an exciting example. So automatically switching the inspection programs based on different models being produced on the same line. So this is like, think about a car doors. A single production line might manufacture different doors for different models or even different sides of the same car. So with a simple QR code or a barcode scan, the inspection program can just automatically adapt and no manual intervention is needed at all. So from images 14 to 17, AI integrates is seamlessly with robotic arms. Whether it's a pick and place process or a high precision assembly, AI guided robots enhance accuracy across the board. So, from simpler SCARA robots to complex articulated arms, the possibilities are endless. And let's move to the bottom left image. Now, this one is a real life implementation where a camera is mounted on a robotic arm instead of being fixed. So, the arm maneuvers the camera to inspect different angles, improving the coverage and accuracy. Whereas if you see the bottom right image, it's a solution, a creative space saving solution, I would say. So the camera is mounted on a Cartesian robot that moves along with the conveyor, thus ensuring a wider coverage in a limited space. So as you can see, AI driven visual inspection is just incredibly versatile. But to unlock its full potential, we need the right hardware. So let's explore that next. So greater inspection start with great hardware. So no matter how smart the software it is, the effectiveness depends on quality of the data we capture. That means choosing the right camera sensors, light and lighting to ensure precision, reliability, and efficiency. So sometimes a simple 2D inspection isn't enough. We need 3D visualization. So take a look at the top left image. At first glance, all the screws look properly placed, right? But when we generate a 3D view, we realize like one screw isn't fully tightened. And that's the power of advanced imaging. And let's not forget lighting. It plays a very crucial role in defining the image quality. So, depending on whether the surface is glossy, textured, or prone to scratches, the customized lighting setups can make all the difference. Let's take an example. So, inspecting car paintwork for tiny scratches requires highly optimized lighting to catch even the smallest imperfections. Now that we understand the role of hardware, let's take things a step further. There's even more specialized technology that enhances this accuracy. So, as you know, AI just doesn't work alone. There are a whole range of additional hardware tools that enhance this visual inspection aspect. First is robotic arms, which is for flexible, high precision automation. And then the laser cameras, which are to capture the depth and 3D details. And then specialized lenses and sensors, which are for industry specific applications. So, where am I getting at? Or the key takeaways are that application areas drives the need. The possibilities are truly endless. But hardware, again, is just one part of the puzzle. How we process the data, whether it's in the cloud or on premises, is equally important. So let's see into that now. Um, How I wish like I could take a quick poll right now. If your servers are hosted on premises or in the cloud, either way, we are fully equipped to handle and process data in both the environments. So let's see the difference between cloud and on premises. So the cloud offers a scalability, flexibility, and remote accessibility, which is ideal for companies looking to expand rapidly. But on-premises solutions, they provide greater control, faster data processing, and enhanced security. So especially for industries which are strict with compliance requirements. So of course, there are many trade-offs as well. So the cloud may introduce latency and security concerns, while on-prem requires higher upfront investments and is less flexible for scaling. And then there is cost efficiency. So the cloud-based AI workloads, especially those that are demanding high-performance GPUs, can become a bit expensive. So which one is right for you? It totally depends on your priorities. But before we answer that, let's dig deeper. So to understand, would you rather catch the defects after the production or as they happen? Let's see that answer. So this is where it gets really exciting. AI powered visual inspection can operate in two ways: online processing and offline processing. So, online processing stores the data for later analysis. It's great for deep insights, but imagine realizing a batch of defective products after they have been shipped. Not ideal at all, right? No. But offline processing, on the other hand, works in real time, just catching the defects as they happen. And it's like having an AI inspector standing on the line and making adjustments before the mistakes turn into costly problems. Just to give you a better understanding of this, let me keep this in an analogy. Think of it like cricket's decision review system, the DRS. Online processing is like the third umpire reviewing the footage, analyzing the past data to identify the trends. Whereas offline processing is like an on field umpire making real time calls. That is, AI would flag the issues immediately, preventing defective products from moving forward. So, which one fits your business better? That totally depends on whether you need real time defect detection or deeper post production analysis. Either way, AI makes sure you stay ahead of quality control challenges. Now, let's talk about something very interesting, that's edge AI. What if we could bring powerful AI solutions directly on prem without needing an entire data center next to the production? Well, that's exactly what is happening. With the latest advancements, AI processing doesn't need massive infrastructure anymore. So imagine having a supercomputer the size of a desktop capable of training and running machine learning models right on your factory floor. Sounds futuristic? Well, it's happening right now. Let's just take a look at the bottom right image, and that's NVIDIA's latest AI hardware. It can process 200 billion LLM parameters locally. Yeah, you heard it right. So, this eliminates the dependency on cloud providers, reduces latency, and ensures maximum security. So, AI isn't just powerful, it's becoming compact, cost effective, and deployable anywhere. But what's next? Let's see into the future of visual inspection. So we are entering a completely new era of manufacturing 4.0, and AI-powered visual inspection is leading the way. But what's really driving this transformation is the hardware advancements, which is AI is moving closer to the production line and making the real-time decisions faster and more efficient. And with the help of AI plus robotics, the integrating of AI and robotic systems just allows for end-to-end automation, improving the precision and productivity. When it comes to smarter AI models, AI is like just evolving every single day. Today's models require very less data to get started and continuously improving over the time and make the implementations faster than ever. And guess what? Even though we have talked about the cloud's limitations, the cloud platforms are also catching up. Soon, the cloud based AI visual inspection will become more cost effective and very accessible. So, thus, we have explored the big picture, why AI powered visual inspection is transforming the manufacturing and how it's solving the major industry challenges. But before we jump straight into the how to, let's take a moment to reflect on a very critical risk, and that's neomania. Because it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of a new technology, we see like all these innovations and think, okay, let's automate everything, let's revolutionize overnight. But hold on, implementing AI isn't about chasing a technology for the sake of it. That's technomania. Rather, it has to be purposeful, so solving a real business need. And that brings us to an important mindset shift, which we call the SSTB, the acronym for Start Small, Think Big. But again, to think big, we should allow ourselves to dream big. But that doesn't mean implementing everything in a big bang. Rather than starting with a massive overhaul or replacing an entire machine, why not make what we already have smarter by adding sensors, camera, or smart technologies? We don't need to kick things off by bringing in a spot, which is the Boston Dynamics humanoid robot, known for its agility and human like interactions. That's not the kind of big I am talking about. Instead, start with something simpler and more practical. Just integrate small but effective technologies into your existing machines. It's all about enhancing your current assets, making them smarter and more capable rather than overhauling everything from the ground up. So, for example, add the sensors, camera, and AI powered inspection to what you already have, which is again upgrading the production line with AI based defect detection. And that is much easier and more effective than replacing the machines outright. Even a small step aligned with a long term vision can give you a huge competitive advantage. And maybe, who knows, power with this AI powered quality control today could expand into predictive maintenance, supply chain insights, and beyond tomorrow. So it's all about taking the first step with the purpose and building on what works and using those incremental wins to fuel the long term success. And when we talk about gains, we can't completely ignore the most crucial aspect, the return on investment ROI. After all, technology isn't about innovation, it's about delivering real measurable value to your business. So let's dive into the numbers and see how AI powered visual inspection just doesn't improve the quality, it makes solid business sense. But many manufacturers hesitate when they hear about the automation costs. But let me break it down logically. So, higher hit accuracy, as you know, with 99% plus accuracy, AI ensures that almost every product meets the quality standards. Compare this to human inspection, where errors can be as high as 30%, leading to costly reworks, product recalls, and potential brand reputation damage. So AI would just eliminate all these risks. And AI doesn't just catch more defects, it does so continuously 24 by 7 without fatigue, distractions, or inconsistency. So this means fewer defective products reaching the customers and leading to higher satisfaction and lower warranty claims. And also, when it comes to effective quality control, AI based inspection can process up to 5x more products per hour than manual inspection. So, this means like the companies can scale their production without hiring any additional quality control staff. So, saving lakhs in operational costs annually. Now, let's talk about the cost, which you see here, that is 90,000 INR per month. At first glance, this might seem like a significant investment. But let me change that perspective. Let's take it in the form of an example. If a company inspects 10,000 products per day and manual errors cost 2% rework, that's 240 products daily. And if each rework costs 500 rupees, that's 1 lakh rupees lost per day. So AI would just eliminate most of these defects instantly, covering its cost within the first few days of implementation. Plus, automation reduces dependency on manual inspections and cutting the labor costs, training expenses, and human inefficiencies. So, this is all leading to exponential savings in the long run. So, instead of looking at it as a cost, think of it as an investment, one that pays for itself quickly and continues delivering value month after month. Now, that's the whole explanation I would like to give for the ROI. And let's talk about why AI powered visual inspection isn't just an upgrade, it's a necessity. So, the industry has been facing two big challenges based on the survey done by Deloitte. One is the workforce shortages, which is due to the skill gap because AI, robotics, and automation expertise are in short supply. The aging workforce, so experienced inspectors are retiring, and most of the younger professionals are choosing less labor intensive jobs. And also, finding and training workers takes time, and turnover disrupts the production. So, by 2033, the manufacturers will need up to 3.8 million new workers, but the 1.9 million positions may go unfulfilled. And the second challenge is the rising labor costs. The wages are like rising, making manual inspections more expensive and harder to scale. So, as the production grows, so do the labor costs. So, without AI keeping up, becomes a struggle. That's what we think. So, can manual inspection keep up? Let's just compare. So, the manual inspection has 30% error rate, 200 items per hour inspection, fatigue, and inconsistency. Whereas AI inspection 90% plus accuracy, 1000 items per hour inspection, and 24 by 7 reliability. So, the bottom line of all of it is AI powered visual inspections cuts labor dependency, enhances quality, and boosts the efficiency. So, those who adapt now will gain a serious competitive edge. So now, after all of this, you might be wondering, how do we implement AI-powered visual inspection in an industrial setting? Here's a very simple step-by-step approach. So first, understanding the system. We would assess the manufacturing process and determine the best AI-driven visual inspection setup for you. And then comes the implementation timeline. So while the complexities varies, but basic systems can be up and running in as little as 2 to 3 days. And next is installation and calibration, which includes the setting up of AI cameras, adjusting the hardware, and configuring software for real-time defect detection. And then a clear flow chart is designed to illustrate the full setup, which is to ensure seamless integration into the production lines, which we call as process mapping. And thanks to advanced AI algorithms and modular designs, even the most complex inspection tasks become highly efficient and scalable with the AI powered optimization. So, for instance, AI cameras can be used in packaging to verify if a straw is present on a juice pack, or just an example of how AI eliminates human errors and enhances the quality control. So, with artificial intelligence, manufacturers can reduce the inspection time, improve accuracy, and ensure defect free production, helping them to scale without worrying about labor shortages or the rising costs, which are the two big challenges. And we can achieve these unmatched accuracy, efficiency, and cost saving. But if you are considering automation for quality control, and now is the time to act. All right, so we have talked quite a lot about why AI powered visual inspection is a must have and how it transforms the production. But now you might be wondering, like, how do we actually make this happen? Well, that's where exactly we are driving into next. And who better to walk us through the steps and key considerations, which will be helping to ensure a smooth and efficient adoption of this technology. And that's Pravina for sure. So, Pravina, over to you, and the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Navya, for taking us through AI-powered visual inspection, its advantages and pricing details. This technology is more efficient than the human inspections and will be significantly reduce the cost. through AIML, isn't it? So great. Many of you may be wondering how to implement this at your factories or your premises, right? So this slide will guide you through this process. So as part of our initiative, we have offering a free assessment discussions through our POC, which is proof of concept. You understand your challenges and opportunities best, and we bring deep expertise in the technologies and its implementation. So we will invite a connect with you all for the initial assessment, a completely free of charges. As I said, it's a completely free of charges. During these sessions, we will evaluate your needs, propose a tailor-made solutions, and provide you an estimate. Upon your approval, we will implement the solution at your factory and demonstrate your measurable results. Once you will satisfied, we will can proceed with a full scale of implementation. That's we do normally. So let's take a first step together. And here we make your factory smarter. To make this process seamlessly, we are free feel to connect us or reach out us directly via email or a phone. Additionally, we are sharing a quick feedback form in the chat. It will only take a minute to fill out this information, and this will help us to understand your interest in better way, and we will get in touch with you and schedule a meeting based on your preferable challenges. So we look forward to collaborating with you and helping you to unlock a new efficiency in your operations. So thank you once again for your time and participations. And the next slide is going to share our upcoming webinar on sales forecasting with infusing AI ML. This must be attended event for all the businesses looking to enhance their forecasting capabilities. Join us as we demonstrate how we can plan your sales with 90 to 95% accuracy and secure a competitive edge using AIML solutions. So mark your calendar, March 25, 2025, and follow Opsio page for further details. So once again, thank you for all your support and joining us to know about visual inspection powered by AIML. My special thanks to Navya Matthew for her insightful and impactful presentations. Before we wrap up, if you have any further questions or any need of additional information, feel free to reach out these mobile numbers and the emails. Once again, thank you for your participations. Stay in touch. We look forward to see you for future sessions. Have a nice day. Thank you.